Welcome to day 2. Hopefully you survived day 1. And I know your nutrition has been awesome with all of the helpful hints. We are going to day 2, which is true tricep and upper body. So we're gonna start out with a warm up. Again, you can do, if you wanna get on the treadmill or run a little bit before your warm up, go for it. The second part of your warm up is gonna start with a wide push up. So when we say wide push up, we mean wide hands and arms. So you're gonna actually be in a push up position and we're gonna have both wide hands and legs. Go ahead down with me. She's gonna show the side view this time. This is day 2, so we're gonna show a side and a front. So you're here and you're coming down, trying to keep the head up and up. If you need to, you can always drop the knees. Show the knee version for us. You can always drop your knees, but make sure if you're on your knees, don't have that booty up in the air. Stick that booty down, keep the core tight. Okay, so that's the first part. Then you're gonna hop up and you got jumping jacks next. So just simple jumping jacks up in the air. If you need to, you can just step side to side, whatever you need. So jumping jacks are next. Then we have narrow push-ups, which is also known as a tricep push-up. So this one, again, you're on the ground. Your elbows are coming straight behind you, touching the rib cage. You always want to make sure it's on your rib cage and up, okay? So a lot of people want to their elbows come out like this. I want them right by your side. You should feel those triceps burn when you do this one. So I want you to feel your elbows coming right by your side and your ribs. The last thing is just 30 seconds of high knees. So with that, you're just running in place. So you're here, bringing the knees up. And you can step just like Shri's doing. And that is the warm up. Now that you're all warmed up, we're ready to work those arms with the weights. So you can grab some weights for this next part, and the first exercise that we have is a chest fly with a bridge. So what that is your bottom's gonna be up in a bridge position, so that way you're working your legs too a little bit. The weights are gonna be in your hands, and I want your hands to be facing in. So your hands are facing in just like this, and you're gonna actually fly out with your arms. Notice that she only has a slight bend in her elbows, and then she's coming back in. So a slight bend in those elbows, coming out, and then almost like you're hugging the ball, coming back in. So you're gonna do that for this for the first exercise. Then you'll drop the weights and go ahead and stand up. And you have tricep dips next. So the tricep dips are actually gonna be on the bench, right here. So you're gonna put your hands here, keeping the bottom close to the bench. A lot of people come way out here and they're dipping like this, but I want you to keep the bottom touching the bench here. And you're gonna bend at the elbows and come right back up. To make this more advanced, you can straighten the legs out, and you'll notice that's a lot harder. Or you can also put a weight in your lap as well, and to make this one a little bit harder for you. So that's the tricep dip. Next we have overhead press. So again, you're gonna have weights in your hand, and you're just pressing your hands overhead, just like this, bringing it down and straight up. 90-degree angle when you come down, and then straight up. I really want to challenge y'all to go heavy with these, just so that way, you are working those arms. Girls are always afraid to lift heavy weights to get bulky. You're not gonna get bulky, I'm telling you, you're not. So if you want to really shape your arms, try to go a little bit heavier. But if you go heavier, a lot of times we end up bending our back backwards. So Shri, turn to the side for me and I'll show them what I'm talking about. So do an overhead press for me. Most people do it wrong. Sink their back like this, and that's gonna give you lower back pain. You really wanna squeeze those abs in tight, so that way you're not leaning back, because then you won't even know that your back won't hurt right then, but later it's gonna hurt. So squeeze those abs, bring it straight overhead, okay? The next exercise that we have is just front and side raises, so you can show us again. So that's just coming to the front with the dumbbells, and then you're gonna bring them to the side. These will really start to burn really fast. It's a lot harder. Your shoulders are normally a little bit weaker, so that's gonna be your next exercise. The last one that we're gonna do is a plank on your elbows and a plank on your hands. So for that, you're just gonna, again, start in the plank position. So we're gonna start our elbows here. No booties in the air. You wanna be just like this. Like somebody could, I can almost put a glass on her back. So that's what you want to make sure you do. So 30 seconds here and then 30 seconds on your hands. So you do 30 seconds here. If you want to make it more advanced, then I want you to, on the 30 seconds when you're on your elbows, you're going to step your feet side to side, just like this. For that 30 seconds, then when you come up on your hands, then you're going to come bring that knee into the elbow. Just brings a little bit more core and a little bit more on your arms there. So that will be the more advanced. Then of course we have our cardio cool down / fat burning at the end. So for this one I recommend doing the elliptical, and I like to do a resistance that's higher. So a high resistance for 1 minute and then do a low resistance and speed up. So doing that for 1 minute, that'll really get your heart rate up there at the end, your sweat. So that's the cardio cool down for this exercise. So I hope you enjoy it, and we will see you tomorrow, day 3.